There are moments on morning television that catch you completely off guard, not because something dramatic happens, but because something real does. Ben Shephard has spent years sitting behind that Good Morning Britain desk, asking the questions, holding the space, being the steady presence millions of viewers wake up with. But every now and then, the professional armor shifts, just slightly, and you glimpse the person underneath. This was one of those moments. When Ben opened up about his son Sam reaching a new milestone, something in the studio felt quietly different. Not louder, not theatrical, just warmer. The kind of warmth that doesn't need an audience to exist, even when millions of people are watching. Many viewers noticed it almost immediately, the way Ben's tone softened when he brought Sam into the conversation. There's a particular quality to how parents speak about their children when they're genuinely proud rather than performing pride. The words slow down a little. The eyes carry something extra. And Ben, so often the composed professional, let that through without apology. Some people watching felt that shift before he'd even finished his first sentence about it. What makes these moments matter on morning television is context. This isn't a celebrity interview show. It's not a parenting podcast. It's a news program, fast-paced, reactive, built around breaking stories and political debates. So when a presenter pauses inside all of that noise to acknowledge something personal, something that belongs to their private world, it lands differently. It almost seemed as though Ben was reminding himself, and perhaps the audience, that beyond the headlines and the interview schedules, there are real lives being quietly lived. Sam has grown up largely away from the spotlight, which, honestly, is something viewers tend to respect about the way Ben approaches family life. He's spoken warmly about his sons before, but never in a way that feels performative or overshared. There's a thoughtfulness to it, a protectiveness, even. And so when a milestone does get mentioned, it carries genuine weight precisely because it hasn't been offered lightly. Audiences online interpreted the exchange as something more than a casual aside. There's a possibility that for many watching, especially parents, it became a kind of quiet mirror moment. Those milestones that seem ordinary from the outside but feel enormous from the inside. The ones that arrive before you're quite ready for them. The ones that remind you time is moving whether you're paying attention or not. Ben didn't dwell on it. He didn't turn it into a segment. And somehow, that restraint made it more powerful. The moment lived in the space between the professional and the personal, and viewers sat inside that space with him for just a few seconds before the program moved on. But a few seconds on live television, when they carry genuine feeling, can echo much longer than that. It's worth thinking about why this resonates so deeply with Good Morning Britain's audience. Partly because we've watched Ben for so long that we feel, irrationally perhaps, like we know him. Partly because morning television creates a strange kind of intimacy. It enters our homes at the most unguarded part of the day. And partly because milestones, by their nature, make us feel something. They mark the passage of time in ways that are difficult to articulate and impossible to ignore. Maybe what stayed with viewers wasn't the specific detail of what Sam had achieved. Maybe it was simply the look on a father's face when he talked about his son. Unguarded, quietly proud, completely human. And perhaps that's exactly why people were still talking about it long after the cameras had moved on. What did you feel watching that moment? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know if it landed the same way for you.